Shalom, shalom. Hey, look, y'all. This ain't gonna be too long. I just got a couple things I want to say. First thing I want to say is a friend of the world is an enemy of God. The Bible tells us, right? It says, love not the world, nor the things of the world. For he that loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. What is most of the world doing? Most of the world is about to celebrate Halloween. All of these holidays that are coming up, the world's about to celebrate that. Most of the world's out partying, living in sin, living in the flesh, turning up, living their best quote unquote life. Right. Um, when the world hates you, when people don't want nothing to do with you, when you are keeping God's commandments. See, some people cannot be liked by the world or liked by certain people because they're just not a good person. But when you are just, following the ways of the Messiah, the world is not going to want nothing to do with you, because that's the same thing that happened to him when he was in the world. And then the Bible tells us that their servant is not better than the master. So it's only a few people, right, that are chosen to be hated by the world, because this is only for the strong. The Most High, he's only dealing with the strong. He's not dealing with weak people. God chose certain ones, few, many called, few were chosen. He chose us in the womb. In the Bible it says, I ordained thee to be a prophet. He said, I knew thee in thy mother's womb, and I ordained thee to be a prophet of the nations. So we were already chosen before we were even brought in our mama's womb. Okay, so that's one thing I want to say. When you're hated by the world, that's a good sign that you're on the right path in life. That's a good sign that the Most High is dealing with you. And trust in him. Trust in him. Keep being obedient to him. Keep resisting the devil, because he will flee from you. And keep striving to make the right choices, the right decisions. Okay? Another thing, you have more enemies than you think. It's a reason why we have all certain amount of followers, and you only get a certain amount of likes, certain amount of comments. And most people just watch. They're just watching you. They view what you do. They don't click the like button. They don't comment. Why? Because those are your enemies. Why do people subscribe to your channel? Why do people follow you, right? Don't support the content. Don't like the video. Don't comment. But they just watch, because those are your enemies. The Bible says the wicked watch the righteous and seek to slay him. A lot of people just watch. They just watch you from a distance. They can't do anything to you, though. They can't touch you. They can't harm you, because the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. They can't do nothing to you, but the only thing they can do is just watch. All of these subscribers, 530 something subscribers that I have, which I don't really care about the subscribers. I do what I do for the kingdom to come. But only a few people like. Only a few people comment. But all of these people just watch it. They just watch it. They just watch me, because those are my enemies. And I don't know, who they are or whatever the case may be, but they watch. You're out in public doing your daily routine and stuff like that. And people just watch you with envy, with jealousy, with hatred, with wanting to hurt you, wanting to harm you. But they can't do nothing to you, though. They can't touch you. They can't harm you, because it's spiritual laws. The only way that the adversary would be able to have some advantage over you is what you give him. When you sin, when you trespass, when you do things that you're not supposed to, that opens up doors for the devil in your life for him to attack. That opens up those doors for him to be able to come into your life. But when you're obedient, you're keeping God's commandments, and you're resisting the devil, you're resisting sin, you're fighting your flesh, the devil can't do nothing to you. He can only do what God allows for him to do. The devil ain't nothing, y'all. He's a coward. He has to work through people. I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? The only way that your enemies will have advantage. Think about Samson, right? I was watching a video about Pastor Darby. Rest in peace, brother Darby, man. And he was saying how Samson, he fell short several times and kept willfully, you know what I'm saying, sinning several times, and he got away with it. And then he ended up telling Delilah, the reason why he was different from other men. And then she ended up cutting his hair off. And then the Spirit of the Lord departed from him. He lost his grace. And then that's when his enemies, sorry, I keep looking over there, I'm tripping. But that's when his enemies, they had a hold on him. How were they able to have a hold on him? It's because of the doors that he opened. It's because of what he did. He allowed the devil in by his disobedience to the Most High. So when you have a lot of enemies and people just watching you, not supporting, not commenting, but just watching you from a distance, all the time just watching you, those are agents. Those are agents. Okay? Another thing, when you're on the narrow path, it sometimes can get lonely. And people come and people that go. And people will once be there on your team rocking with you, and then the next minute, they don't want nothing to do with you. And when these certain things happen, we have to just count it all joy and let people go. Let people do what they want to do. Let people just go on about their business. Because look, that's why the Bible tells us to not put our trust in man, but to only put our trust in the Most High. When you have God in your life, when you love the Lord with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, when you do everything you do with pure intentions, things will work out for you. The Bible says, all things work out for the greater good of those who love God. Things will work out. Okay? When people come and people go, that just shows that they were never truly meant to be in your life, or they were only meant to be there for a season. And you gotta let people go. Let people go. Let people do what they want to do. And you keep focusing on God. You keep focusing on the kingdom. You keep your mind set on spiritual things. Set your affection on the things that are above, and not on the things that are not on the things of the earth. Because the things that are seen are temporal, but the unseen is eternal. The things